Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show. And I want to thank you all for tuning in. I particularly want to thank our $25 tier supporters over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilm, without whom we wouldn't be able to do the things that we do now. So thank you very much for supporting us, particularly those Cat Waterflame, Irving Alexander, L, and if you're watching live, please sit back, relax. And we're live.
Damn it! I was hoping we would keep
A dinosaur
talking so
story.
we would see exactly how long you could.
How long of a tag?
I did musical theater. Thank you very much.
And anyway, welcome back, everybody, to
As Jack remembered, he's jamming right now.
I'm your dungeon master. Yep. Well, no, I just like to leave a very long, pregnant pause after somebody makes a claim about something in their past, so that everybody can tell who's judging.
It's always you.
But my name's Jack. I'm your dungeon master. Yeah. Have you seen me? I'm from the East Coast. Judging is our regional sport.
Comfort food.
I'm your dungeon master, dragging everybody through this Feywild nonsense bullshit that is coming out of mostly my brain and a little bit of books, and also a couple of fever dreams that I've had over the pandemic years. Let's not dwell on that, though. And I am joined together today by a whole bunch of fantastic people. Who knows what words are? Now, language is an evolving construct. Hey, Jeremy's here.
Hi,
Hey, Jeremy's here.
I'm Jeremy. I'm playing Sable.
Jeremy plays a character.
He's angry all the time now.
Jack's internet might be fucking up because it seems like he's not hearing anything anyone else is saying.
Nah, it's all good. Nikki's here too.
Hi everyone, it's me, Nikki. I'm playing Naomi Bridalta. Happy Black History Month. Support Black businesses and Black creators if you can, and support Black charities, specifically the one here in Atlanta, where we are trying to fight the cops trying to deforest the South Atlanta forest. That's it. That's my whole thing. Black Lives Matter. I know you'll say it later, but I'm saying it like double times this month.
Yeah, that makes sense. William's here too.
Hi, I'm William, and I'm currently playing Valdez Stonebeard, Dwarven Fighter. We'll see how long that lasts.
Dakota's here.
Hi, I'm Dakota. I'm playing Ithram Valar, Hobgoblin Sorcerer. I'm so used to saying War Wizard. He's a War Sorcerer. He's having confidence issues right now. Yeah.
Worcester sauce.
Yeah. Worcestershire.
That's a good segue.
Best.
Craig's here.
This is our best.
I am.
Yet.
Hi, I'm playing Grumman Bellmender, just a monk. That's
Ollie's
it, that's
here.
what I got.
Hi. I'm sorry. I had the song "I'm Just a Girl" going through my head, but I'm just a monk.
Oh no.
I'm Holly. I'm playing Vespia. She is, what is she now? She's still tiefling. Magus.
And Sen's over there somewhere.
I'm Sen. I've got like 3 things to respond to now, so sit tight. First, the last thing that I watched that was recommended to me was The Dragon Prince, and I stopped after 1 episode. But also, I just want to double down on Nikki's fuck you Atlanta police officers, because not only are they trying to deforest the South Atlanta forest, they're doing it to build a fake neighborhood that no one's going to live in so that they can practice breaking and entering.
Yep.
They're tearing down a forest to build a
They're
full-ass
building Cop
neighborhood.
City.
To build Cop City so they can practice ramming into doors of unsuspecting people and shooting them.
But if that's not a big enough thing, destroying this important ecosystem will cause more floodings to happen in Atlanta.
That too.
It's a very important ecosystem that needs to be saved.
Protected.
Protected. Thank you.
maintained.
Anyway, but yes, in addition to that, I'm playing Relnor, Relnor Reborn, Elven Thaumaturge, and Black Lives Matter all the time, but especially in Black History Month, and also trans rights are human rights. And fuck you, Matt Walsh.
Nobody will. That's why I'm angry.
But last time we were in the Feywild, you guys dug some people up out of graves, found out they were actually your friends, wandered out of a graveyard, found a pier or a jetty jammed into the side of a riverbank. That seems to be your only easy exit out of this valley that you are currently located in. Boats on the jetty, however, are unfortunately all covered over with some very heavy, thick, metallic spider webs. Nobody's investigated them yet, so you don't know. And it turns out that the spider who put them there can take them away. However, he needs his legs and fangs back, which have been stolen by some pixies and some bugbears, apparently. And he unfortunately got mixed up as far as who took which pieces. So you went after some bugbears to try and find some legs. Turns out they've got the fangs and turned them into swords, and now they're fighting you with them. So that's a whole thing. Hey, it's Ithram's turn.
Hey, I don't know what the fuck that was.
I don't know either, but I'm here for it.
Okay, yeah. So there's still one guy.
Oh no, there's two guys. There's
it
the
two
one
guys?
that yeah, there's the one here who smacked up Valdeth, and then there's the one here who's chucking javelins and accidentally chucked one into the neck of his friend, which was kind of a whoopsie.
Yeah. So Ithram is going to use one of his actions to move. Whoops, wrong one. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's about as far as he can go. So yeah, that's, and then yeah, he's within range.
Right.
He's gonna focus for a second, and then cast the sparks show up on his hand again, and he's gonna cast electric arc at this one and at both of them. So just splits between them, and he's kind of acting like the middle conduit. So they need to make basic reflex saves.
Okie dokie. Let me take a look here then.
I will. There we go.
Do the targets of electric arc have to be within a specific distance of each other?
Nope, just within 30 feet of me.
Just within 30 feet of you. Okay, cool. So your DC is 16.
It is 13.
We have. Oh, okay.
I don't know why it says 16.
That's your spellcasting mod.
We'll figure it out.
Charisma based. So
What's your charisma mod?
my charisma mod is 2.
Well, they rolled a 15 and a
you're
19.
You're trained in spell DC.
respectively.
That's 2 plus your level, so it should be 3 plus 2, so it should be 15.
Oh wait, yeah, no, class DC is 15. I don't know why it says 16 there when it says it right on my. All right, but they rolled a what? 15 and what?
15 and a 19 respectively. So standard success, not critical.
Okay, so
Half damage.
half damage. So they take 2 points.
Half damage. 1d4. Well, 1d4 plus your spell casting modifier. So 4 plus. Yep, that takes it to 2. So there's a little bit of singeing that happens.
Proficiency is 3 plus your level. So it
Hmm.
should be 10 plus your charisma modifier plus 4 is what your spell DC should be.
That's weird.
Is it-
Why is this showing?
Is it 3+ level or 2+ level?
Okay, that's why. On my character
think.
sheet, it still said untrained, even though
Oh,
I.
no, it's 2 plus level, so it would be
Trained.
3. Right.
Yeah, no, it's 16.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me.
Okay. All right. So that's 2 apiece. And it's Ralnor's turn. As both of these bugbears kind of recoil.
Can I tell that Valdeth is stabilized? 0 point to be attractively applied last time.
I will let you make a reflexive. Are you trained in medicine?
No, I am not.
Hard to tell.
All right.
There's
Well,
definitely blood and definitely unconsciousness.
In that case, I am going. That's like that. I'm going to use an action to step.
Okay.
Over to here. 5-foot step without provoking attacks of opportunity, so that I'm flanking with.
No attack of opportunity then.
Which makes the bugbear flat-footed and save.
So -2 to the armor class.
-2 there. And then this one I think I've placed a personal antithesis on. So they currently have a weakness against my unarmed and weapon strikes.
Yes.
Equal to 2 plus half by level, rounded up, so 3. So basically, any damage that I deal to them, any damage that I deal to them with a weapon or unarmed strike, does 3
We
extra
add
damage.
3 to it. Heck yeah. You pinpointed weak spots for them.
Action to. Does a 17 hit it?
17 hits.
That's gonna be 5 plus 3, 8 damage.
Absolutely.
It is currently in
8
slashing. It is currently in
damage
slashing
to
mode.
this bugbear. Okay. Fantastic. Did a step and attack. You have 1 action left.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
Very good.
Want to use third action for an interact attack. I'm trying to. I know what all options I have for that. That's the part that I don't have. Action. I might have to pull this up. I'm just going to. Oh, that takes 2. There are things I can do. Uh, I'm just gonna try for a second attack while I'm
Okay.
since I can't find the what I'm trying to do, and I'll look for that while it's not.
Fantastic. He's still flat-footed.
Weapon is agile.
Mm-hmm. So you don't take nearly as much of a penalty on your second attack. However, a 7 misses.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. 2 strikes, one of which hits solidly, and that brings us to Naomi, who is at the back of the pack right now.
Tried to demoralize it.
Ah.
That's fine. I don't mind being at the back. I just electric arc. You know, why
Okay.
not?
Only one of them is within 30 feet of you. Did you want to move beforehand to try and
Oh yeah. I want to try and hit
do
that
right,
dude up there.
okay.
5, 10, 15. Yeah, Naomi pretty much just runs right behind it. I think that's enough space.
Yeah,
that should be
that's
range.
close enough.
Yeah.
Then yeah. She's like, I saw what you did. I'm gonna do it too.
Okay. Let me make saves for them then. It is a 15
Pull up.
and a 20. So 2
Ew.
successes. So they each take another 3.
3.
As more arcs of lightning continue to lash out from our various spellcasters who are doing their darndests.
Doing my best. That's my turn.
Okay. Which brings us to Valdeth, who is stabilized but unconscious.
So it doesn't bring us to me then.
I mean, technically, this is where your turn is now. I need to look and see if there's anything you can do while stabilized and unconscious.
Willing to bet? Probably not.
Let's see here. Unconscious. Can't wake up as long as you have 0 hit points. As long as you. Okay. So yeah, we will need to get you back to 1 hit point beforehand.
How does medicine work in the system? Can you just use medicine to give people hit points back?
Let me check. I believe you can use it
takes
to
10 minutes.
Okay.
Right. I believe you. Yeah, it's a long-term effect, and yeah, no, I think in combat, unlikely.
I've got a potion. I just didn't want to feed it to Valdeth while we're standing up would knock her back out again.
Fair.
Yep. And yeah, otherwise, yeah, that's called a treat wounds check, and you have to have healer's tools for it.
Yes.
Okay.
Because getting knocked down multiple times in this system is very bad.
Yep.
Right.
This guy's going to use his first action to step and get significantly less flanked. And then take 2 attacks with the sword at Railnor over here. What's your AC, Railnor?
15.
15. That is a 23. Not quite a hit.
23 is not quite a hit.
Not
Or,
quite.
I mean, not quite a crit, I should say.
Say it rhymes, but it's not quite.
It's not exactly correct, no. So you take as shifts its grip because it dropped Valdeth, having been stabbed in the neck by a javelin, and puts whatever last stamina it has into a single strike. You take 14 piercing damage.
1 second.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, no, we're good. All right. 14 piercing, you said?
14 piercing damage. And then it lashes back on the backswing, but unfortunately whiffs it way over your head. Unfortunately for you.
Still standing.
Good.
Bleeding
Javelin boy over here. has a number of targets. Let's see who is within reach. You are. So yeah. 1, 2, 3 javelins out of the ground. One towards Naomi, one towards Ithram, one towards Sable.
What? I'm just a helpless little old goblin. Nope. Gnome. I'm a gnome now. The other G1.
You're a high gnome.
I'm a high gnome.
Yep, you are. That is a 28 for a critical against Naomi. What is your armor class, Naomi?
30. Weirdly enough.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Just AC of no, it's 10.
Okay.
Wow.
Why is your armor class 10?
Because I don't have any armor on.
So neither do I.
You should.
What's your dex?
Yeah.
Are you
What's your
not-
dex?
Dex
mod?
is 0.
Are
Yep.
you not trained in?
Oh.
Are you not trained in armored defense?
No, as a sorcerer, she is.
Then you
'Cause
should
everyone
have
has.
at least.
13 should be your
13.
base armor class if you're trained.
I didn't know I was trained.
Yeah.
That's why we're learning.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. We forgot to do that when we were building my character, but it's okay. So 13.
13. Okay.
Still hits, but
Still a real fucking solid hit.
yeah.
Okay. So that's going to be 471. Trying to remember if he has to also then roll it again and see if he needs to confirm.
No,
No.
confirmation
crit.
is not a Pathfinder
So
treaty thing.
nat 20s do not auto succeed or have to be confirmed. They just elevate whatever degree of success you're at up one level.
Okay, gotcha.
Nat 1s do not auto fail. They just downgrade whatever level of success you have by 1.
Okay. Well, that's reasonable, I suppose.
So it's entirely possible to roll a nat 1 and still succeed. Or depending on what your modifier is.
So you take 17 piercing damage, Naomi.
Dope. Naomi goes down.
Okay.
Absolutely
means-
flattened.
You are now officially right.
Part of the gang. No.
I'm
Here.
going to can I spend hero points to
Auto stabilize and not get the wounded condition?
yeah,
Yes.
do
Mhm.
what
However
yeah.
many hero points you have, which currently I
have the
believe is
one.
1,
just the one.
you can spend that and just be stabilized at 0 hit points.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't do it until your dying condition would increase. So basically, on your turn, if you make a recovery roll, if you fail that recovery roll, that's when you would spend the hero point.
I see. Okay. So just being taken down doesn't automatically give me the wounded.
It gives you dying 1.
Dying one.
Yeah,
Okay.
and anytime you fail a recovery roll, that dying 1 increases
Oh.
to dying 2, dying 3, dying 4. You're dead. But if you were to fail and it would increase to 2, that's when you would spend the hero point to wipe it out and stabilize.
Cool. All right. So I'm going to save that hero point for when I fail.
Okay. Alrighty. Oh, I see what I did wrong here.
That also qualifies if your dying condition would increase because someone attacks you while you're down.
Correct. That also applies.
Which
Then.
is
Because if
The
someone-
other 2 javelins go way over people's heads.
how do they go over your heads, but they get
You're
me?
unconscious. Shush.
chaos pack.
Ithrim just hears nagging behind him in this like a spiritual voice.
Speaking of nagging behind Ithram, Vespia.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Sorry. I'm a terrible person.
Wow.
Oh, and I can't even throw anything at you.
I am 3 time zones away and therefore slightly safe.
I mean, you could. It would fall a little short.
Three time zones, 3 hours. No.
Most people can't throw 3 hours away.
Watch me.
Vespia, though.
Yeah, isn't that what we do every Thursday? Hey,
Vespia is going to move up here,
Okay.
closer to this one, and she's gonna try to repeat what she did last time to
Excellent.
murder the other one.
Alrighty.
So
For
you
two.
are using a spell strike,
Yes.
which means you're investing a leveled spell into your weapon, making a weapon attack.
You might not be able to do that a second time because I think you've only got the 1 spell slot at level 1.
Oh, I thought it was 2. Do I only have 1 spell slot at level 1?
But also
Let's have a
just
look.
strike and crit, so
Right.
I mean, that too.
Vespia loves the
Wow.
fucking Feywild, man.
Again, that's my wife.
You sounded like Borat there for a
I
second.
did.
Yes.
I realized halfway through.
It's like, oh, too late now.
This is what the
Uh,
Feywild has done
no,
to Ephraim. You're
first
welcome.
level-
just
oh,
commit.
Sorry,
Nice.
Magus, that's right. I was like,
No,
sorcerers
I know
have
it's
a
not something to be
3,
welcome. Thank
but
you.
Magus.
Magus. Let's see what it says about a Magus. I don't have that
Absolutely
book
not.
open.
Dakota.
No, I'm gonna knock that off right away.
I did not write down daily uses. Yep.
let's look at that.
Yep, it is just one
Yeah.
spell slot
Okay.
at level 1. Yep.
Then she'll just attack.
She'll just smack him real hard,
Yeah.
real fast, real good.
I don't know if
But-
Magus also benefit from the like more spell slots for having a high spellcasting mod or not. I don't know.
I'll look at it.
Grandma.
Regardless, you can just go
Okay.
ahead and roll some fucking damage on that guy.
Am I just rolling regular damage? Am I doing anything?
I mean, it's a critical, so you'll roll your damage and then double it, or
Double.
well, there it's already doubled there. So
That is fucking it
12.
all.
Let
Do a
me
murder.
Let me
Yeah.
look at this guy. Oh yeah, no. It is weirdly symmetrical to your last strike. Wraps around the neck, and then with the pull and those razor edges of your asp coil just whoosh, through sinew and muscle and vertebrae, and he falls into pieces.
Vespia's just ripping them apart back
Oh
there.
yeah, no, Vespia is a fucking murder bot. And then you have one other action left to do with what you like.
I'm not gonna do anything right now.
Okay, well, take a hero point.
Okay.
Because that's fucking amazing. Craig, welcome back.
Thank you.
Good to have you again.
Remind me, do
Yeah.
we have any gear? Like any gear?
Whatever gear you bought, your first character level character creation.
Yep. And a link
Okay.
pearl. You have a link pearl now.
Okay. I mean, can I have darts?
Do those come at level 1?
So I could only have the stuff that's in the monk equipment kit.
I mean, if that's what you spent if that's what you bought, the equipment kit is just a suggestion of.
Oh,
things
I
you
didn't.
can
I
buy.
didn't buy anything because I thought we were going in with the equipment that we had, and then we didn't have it, and then I hadn't. spent
Okay.
anything.
Yeah, we can say you've got, say, a dozen darts or something. I don't know.
Darts are a copper a piece, so yeah, you can definitely.
Yeah, you've got we'll say you have a dozen darts currently.
Would it make more sense to have used the money to buy a short bow? Absolutely. Does Grummond have a short bow? Definitely not. Okay.
Drummond finds the name short bow a little speciesist and refuses to fund that sort of.
So in Pathfinder, there's the whole thing about your first diagonal is 5, your second is 10, right? All right. So I can get to. I can get to here then. No,
Yeah.
I can't. Wait, I was there. Yeah, okay, so I can get to there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And is he up that rise?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Does that mean he's an extra?
Well,
5
so
feet up?
the gray area is actually a deep ditch. He is on the exact same elevation as you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
just in range then.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna throw a dart at him.
Alrighty.
I'm a miss.
Yes, you are. Yep, you whip a thrown projectile out, and he manages to see it coming enough and jukes to one side, and it zips past him and goes thunk into the tree. You can make a second attack.
Yeah, I'm going to. I don't
Okay.
think I like this place. No, I don't.
So you whip out the other dart to try and do the same backhand sort of toss that you did, and you bobble it, and it goes into the dirt, probably 10 feet away from you.
Well, I'm done performing that scene from Kung Fu Hustle. So
You can technically try a third time.
No,
Yeah.
he used
No,
one
'cause-
attack,
oh,
one
that's
action
right,
to
yeah,
move.
yeah,
and
because
then so he only had two.
I did stride and then I
That's
had
right,
the two.
keystroke.
Sable, you're in a crowd.
This is true. I hate the movement rules in this system. Yeah, I'm just gonna swing because.
Well, the two that were next to you are both dead. The only one
Oh,
is
I'm
the one
sorry.
across
Yeah,
the way
I
now.
confused something.
Mhm.
You confused Ithram with a bugbear.
Yes, I did because, you know,
Because he's big and strong.
I mean, for
Yes.
Sable, that admittedly this is a target-rich environment. It's
Sable just holds out her mace and spins in a circle.
all right. I'm looking. Okay, this is the thing I can do. I am going to cast Divine Lance on it at him.
Okay.
Because I think that's my only ranged. Yeah, chill touch is touch. Everybody down is stabilized. I mean, I can cast message at him, but I don't think that's gonna do much.
hey, fuck you.
So that's a 20 to hit. 30.
That definitely hits.
For 5 evil damage.
Ooh.
I do like that.
The
I do
worst
like that
type of
evil is a
damage.
damage type in this system.
That's amazing.
Yep. As she pulls up some, probably off the ground from like one of these two fuckers, just pulls some of the blood up, shoots it into her own dart, and mine hits.
Excellent. You doing anything with your one remaining action there?
Yeah, we'll move. Why not?
You're doing fantastic, Sable.
Silence, dwarf.
No.
1, 2. What's my?
So, for what it's worth,
Yeah.
the way alignment damage works, and this is going to be up to Jack, I think, to because we don't know the stats of the bugbears. Alignment damage specifically deals damage to creatures that have the opposing alignment tree. So
Only.
So if you deal evil
Fuck this
damage,
system.
only damages good creatures. If you deal chaotic damage, it only damages lawful creatures. Etc.
Interesting.
Are you fucking kidding
That's a
me?
very interesting dynamic. Also, I think that's stupid, and we're not doing that.
Yeah,
That is.
I had
that
planned.
is insane.
So I had planned on using a variant rule We just hadn't gotten around to it yet. There is a variant rule, which is you instead replace chaotic evil good lawful with aligned damage, and basically it harms people whose intentions are not in line with yours.
Still stupid.
Which basically means that it won't harm your allies and it will harm your enemy.
Mm-hmm.
All I can think of with representing that system is that Vine or TikTok or whatever it was of the guy going, "Kink shaming is my kink," and you're going, "Ah!"
Yeah, no. Jeremy, you do 5 damage. Sable does 5 damage to this bugbear. Yep.
All right.
Pathfinder, we need to have a talk.
Like,
Anyway.
Not everything
one of your
in the
spells
system
is
great.
only useful
Yeah.
if you know if you know the target's alignment and it's opposed to you.
Yeah, that's why.
Alternatively, you can cast this spell on, say, I don't know, Kevin McCarthy. And if it's good damage and he gets hurt, that's kind of conclusive.
Yeah, that's why the aligned damage rule exists. Variant rule exists. Is because some people don't like alignment, and so they're like, you don't have to use it. Here's an alternative, and it just changes it to intention, basically.
Right. Yeah. Basically, the anti-friendly fire
Right.
spell.
Exactly.
I'm okay with anti-friendly fire damage. Sure, that seems fine.
I can be okay with.
Aligned damage.
I mean, that's kind of badass if you've got, like, say, an alignment damage fireball. You don't have to worry if your friends are up there.
Exactly. That's part of why I like aligned damage better than than alignment damage.
Is it fair to say that since the gray is the ditch, this is like a bridge across?
That is foliage across. You could definitely try and get across there. It is precarious, though. It is not well supported. But yes, there is.
Although it is
some
literally
level
adjacent to the actual stairs.
But the stairs go down.
Yeah.
That's about a 10-foot drop. The top of the stairs up here is at ground level, but the bottom of the stairs down here is not.
Well, since that's not.
Sable, since you're up there, go ahead and give me a reflexive insight.
Insight.
Or just a perception check.
I was gonna
That's how
say,
you do insight in this game. I forgot.
you want to clarify that?
Yes, absolutely.
15.
15. Murder is kind of your thing. And with murder comes a level of tactical awareness. You would hazard that your average bandit caught in this sort of situation, where, sure, they've dropped 2 of you, but right now the odds are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 against 1. Maybe 7 against 1. Vespia might count as 2 at this point. You would assume that a normal bandit would be fucking off to the hills right about now. This one is not, despite the fact that you can see in his eyes from this distance the awareness that this fight has definitely turned against him. He is compelled by some level of existence here in the Feywild to continue this fight to its final conclusion.
Good.
For whatever reason. And that means it's Ithrim's turn.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do the thing. So he pulls a dagger across, like he pulls his hand across the dagger over top of it again, and flips it over, and then the red crackling lightning, 3 motes appear again, grow into daggers, and he's gonna hurl another set of magic missiles at him.
Okay.
So
let's see how that goes.
So 4, 2, 3. So 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. How you want to do this?
So after Sable's Divine Lance hits him, Ithram's gonna do that and then just throw him across and to just center mass, chunk, right into the chest.
All right, yeah, no, just this bugbear reels back and then slams into the tree trunk again and collapses. And Sable, you can still see as the light goes out of this bugbear's eyes, there's just the faintest curve of a smile on this wide mouth across this thing's face. And then the light entirely vanishes, and he's dead.
Okay.
We're out of initiative.
I step over and pop some healing potions and howls of Valdeth and Ninomi.
Okay. While Railnor goes about his medical ministrations, what are the rest of you up to?
Vesper is going to grab you said they turned the fangs into weapons?
Yes, each of these two bugbears that you killed, actually, their great sword is made out of what looks like a large spider fang for the blade. It's just been affixed to a hilt.
Vesper will go ahead and grab that.
Okay.
Valdeth gets 7, Ninomi gets 6.
Okay.
I'm
Thank
stepping over
you.
to this other dude and
I
doing
think-
a body search.
Ithram's gonna join Sable and hop across the ditch.
Okay. Give me either athletics or acrobatics. DC for athletics, which is the jump, will be 12. Acrobatics would be 10 to pick your way across.
18.
Ooh.
Well
So
done.
Ithram, you land, you go to jump, and and your foot catches on a root partway through that you would have sworn was not there. Like you looked at the ground, tried to make sure it was clear and that sort of thing, and then your foot just catches on a lump of something, and
It's
you
Jeff.
go ass
Yeah.
over tea kettle into the ditch.
Awesome.
You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Sybil
Is
looks
there-
over and then calls out, Vespia, your husband fell down again.
Ithram,
You mean
you all right?
again? He yells out.
Shall we discuss that period where you were barely able to walk for a long bit of time?
Yeah. Oh, Ash. Oh, I meant to ask Ithram. And Grumman is still sort of leaning over, out of breath, hands on his knees. Ithram, that was a wish spell, right? Did it feel like, did it feel like the age had really caught up with you, or maybe you had a high? Because I'm wondering, maybe I did a wish and I don't know about it.
It felt more like I just didn't want to do anything anymore. Still had the drive, just none of the energy. And also everything hurt. So is that what getting old is like?
I mean, sort of. I mean, I feel like I'm having, people talk about getting a second wind or a second childhood. I feel like I'm getting a second old age, and this one's worse than the first one. I don't know. This place isn't agreeing with me. Oh,
Second
my back.
midlife crisis.
No, second end of life crisis. Oh, my back. And then my knees. So I stretch out my back, and then my knees hurt, and I lean forward to stretch my knees, and then my back hurts. Oh.
Can you do anything now that you weren't able to do before?
Yeah, it hurt a lot more. Also, I feel like suddenly I need to eat and drink again, and I have a grave concern that poisons and that sort of thing are going to have a much larger effect on me should I encounter them. Whoa.
Don't
Then I
worry,
would
we'll
say
make
that was
sure
a
of
poor
that.
wish.
I'm having some trouble understanding things that I used to understand as well. I can't run as fast. Oh,
I look down at
Uh,
I look
You
down at
do
Valdeth.
no, I'm not even gonna try. Somebody else gets to deal with explaining that.
I look
If
down
you
at
want
Val-
help out?
look down at Valdeth as I offer a hand down to help her back up. I think your friend is having some difficulty. Is he pointing towards Drummond?
Valis takes the hand, stands up, doesn't say a damn thing, and just shoots the bugbear twice.
Double tap.
We're all dealing with issues at the moment. It's fine.
It's just reload again.
Do you want help out of the ditch?
There was Ithram was standing next to you when you go to turn. There were stairs.
Well, no, I turned directly around. But that's fine.
No, yeah, no. Then he points to the stairs when you ask, and then walks around.
Fair enough.
good instinct though, Sable. Good teamwork.
Shut up, dwarf.
No.
You two are gonna get along nice.
Oh, we already do.
We do. It's a game we play.
Grumman is like too out of breath to respond and just sort of
So-
gestures towards Sable agreeingly.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but I am down to basically half the amount of elixir that I had in here. So you may want to find a spot to rest.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Uh,
Can you make more? Do we have to, I don't know, shake a furry's ass or something?
Not yet, no.
What?
That means, but no.
Don't you get the fairy dust? I don't know.
He said fairy. His accent's a little thick.
Okay.
Right. No.
Very confused to where we were gonna find a furry in the Feywild.
Just killed three
All
of them.
You're
over
in
the
the
damn
Feywild.
place.
We just killed three of them. What are you talking about?
But hey,
Naomi shoots bolt right and just says, Jeff! Oh god. I'm still here?
Yes.
It just flops back down.
are you asleep?
Sable, as you're searching this one bugbear,
Yep.
you find 2 glass vials. I mean, vial might be slightly reduced. It's about a fist-sized glass vessel.
Vial
with-
is what you use to describe me.
It's fair.
Is it a mason jar?
No, it's not in a mason jar. It's got
Cleaned
a
out
cork.
mayo jar?
It's got a cork in it. And it's kind of a dirty greenish glass. One of them has some sort of fluid with an eyeball in it. And one of them seems to be kind of a murky, well, it's kind of hard to tell because it looks brown, but that might be partly because of the color of the glass.
What am I rolling to potentially guess what this is? Arcana, occultism,
If you're trying to identify
nature,
them, you'd be looking
religion,
at either a
athletics,
That's
stamina plus computers.
Can I
Yeah.
can I flex the information out of these vials?
no, you may not. That's a great idea, but no, that's not how that
I
works.
want to build a homebrew where you can do that now, where
What-
you can use your strength to gather information by just forcing it out of the Akashic record.
Hey,
There's
are-
a character in Doom Patrol I think you would like a lot.
Yes.
Flex Mentallo. He's great. But do you have any lore skills for Sable?
Yeah, Rethorb.
Okay, just Rethorb. Make this one Arcana then.
Okay. 12.
You're not sure about the eyeball one. You would hazard a guess that the brown one is a minor elixir of life.
Does that equate to healing potion?
Effectively, yeah.
Okay.
You get basically when you drink it, you get 1d6 hit points, and you get a +1 to saving throws against diseases and poisons for the next 10 minutes.
Cool. Looks up. Are we resting?
That sounds like a good idea. Is there a good place to post up about?
Most likely have to figure that out. But
I feel like these bugbears were using this site as a camp. So see if there's a cave nearby that they were using.
Down the stairs, I would guess.
Perhaps.
Ithram, did you see anything while you were down there?
Dirt, roots, stairs.
Oh, I missed my
I didn't
tuber.
check.
Vespia will go over there and look. while
Okay.
they're talking.
Yeah, go ahead and everybody give me investigation checks who's looking around, or survival.
That'll make it so.
I'm gonna look specifically at all
sorry.
the roots
Goodness.
and see if any of them are my
Do
missing.
you mean
tuber.
perception or survival? Because there is again no investigation.
God damn
skill.
it. Yes.
Oh my god.
That tracks. I still can't fucking roll dice apparently in this game.
23.
half elf and 9.
18.
You're level 1 and you got a 14. You're fine.
Yeah, because I rolled a 5 with my +9 perception.
You've got a +9. That's really good at level 1. All of you, as you cast around, Drummond and Railnor, you definitely see a small cave down at the end of the ditch. It's less of a cave, more of a burrow. You could maybe fit one person in there through their shoulders, and it goes about maybe 5 or 10 feet back underneath this tree here. The rest of you mostly notice that over in this paved area here, there are a number of lean-tos and shelters set up.
So wait, the people with the higher perception score notice the useless information?
You don't know it's useless. You haven't looked in the cave yet.
That's where I'm headed. I'm gonna go
Okay.
check down there.
Yeah.
I
Put me in
want,
the burrow.
I want my tuber back.
Yeah. You wriggle in there.
Tuber back, tuber back, tuber back.
You find
Tuber back ribs.
you find a small
Underground
wooden
sauce.
crate with rope handles in it.
Ooh. Wait, in it? Oh, on the sides.
Yeah, like on the sides.
I thought it was a crate of wooden handles. It's like, hell yeah.
These
Can't wait
people
to
sure needed a whole lot of rope handles, man.
Can't wait to combine this with a rubber chicken and a pulley and figure out how to make get past the troll on
Listen,
the
Monkey
bridge.
Island.
I'll open it.
Okay. As you open it, there is a
Yep.
of very benign dust that does no harm to you.
And Grumman starts hacking, just wheezing.
Grumman, you get a
Rough.
small
and
sense
it-
that a boy is very upset that you didn't investigate that before opening it.
And inside you find a number of items.
Grumman's tired.
There is a small bag with 25 gold pieces in it. None
Rich.
of them match coinage or denominations that you have ever seen before in your life. Most of them have weird icons or faces on them that are certainly not humanoid.
I would like to point out that in this moment, as I pick up the 25 gold pieces, this is literally more gold than Grummond has ever had at any point in this campaign at
Right?
ever.
Yep. There's a pepper grinder in here
Oh,
with a number of peppercorns, and as you finish your sneezing, you realize that's what the dust was.
improperly stored pepper.
Yep.
Mm.
And a carved wooden potato.
Is it Matuber?
It looks like your tuber.
Is there smoke coming out of it?
No, This is a mundane wood carving of a potato, like a prank potato, like the sort of potato you would leave and be like, I bet you somebody's going to try and take a bite out of this potato, because people take bites out of raw potatoes all the time, and then they'll find out that it's wood, and I'm going to have a laugh. That kind of potato.
You ask the potato how it's doing. It says, "Oh, I'm okay. I got turned into a potato. But how's your day going?"
It's a great game.
Thank you.
I will stare at it for a good 30 seconds, unless somebody interrupts me, and then I will very cautiously, very gently take an exploratory bite of the wooden potato.
Roll nature.
Notice the wood grain first or not.
I would
Lovely
assume I would assume I already did. Yeah, 18.
18. Huh. They must have put varnish on this, because you would have sworn it was like a darker oak or a maple, but this tastes like locust wood. How about that?
I'll put away the locustator. Anything else?
And one very nice chef's knife with a silver handle.
Oh.
Ooh.
Can I learn anything more about that by looking at it?
Hasn't been used recently. Pretty well taken care of. Definite sheen of protective ointment on it, on the blade. Make sure it doesn't rust, that kind of thing. But nothing else particularly gauges your interest on that, other than, hey, nice chef's knife.
Okay. I will tuck that into my belt.
Okay. The rest of you, meanwhile, have found a Bugbear bandit campsite.
Mm-hmm. Is it just
little
tents and
fire ring?
lean-tos?
Yeah, tents and lean-tos. Looks like temporary shelters for the most part. Sort of say, you'd say they, based on the surroundings, you'd say they've probably been here 3 or 4 days at least.
Beldeth, I toss
Hey,
you the elixir.
Thank you.
That way, you can, if we're out of healing, like we got to fairly quickly.
Yeah, that'll be
potentially
relevant.
stay up.
All right. So what are y'all's plans from here?
One knife has one bulk. Does the potato have a bulk?
Like half a bulk.
Oh, L.
Negligent for the most part.
Dash or L? L means that 10 of these bulk. Dash means it has no weight, effectively.
Okay, that'd be L bulk.
Both of them.
Mm-hmm.
You always round down on the L bulk items. They do not make an extra bulk until you have your 10th one.
Is it do I just put L for bulk?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm at bulk L out of 1. Bulk
You just
quality,
put L.
bulk quantity.
Bulk L.
Yeah, but there's a bulk quantity field.
Quantity is how many of them you have.
Okay.
Quantity is how many you have. Bulk is how much space it takes.
It's how much each one weighs. Yeah.
Okay.
Ithram's gonna see if any of these bugbears had journals, see what they were up to in here.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
11.
Digging around, probably the second lean-to you come to, you do find a very small, like hand size possibly, little leather journal with a sheaf of maybe 20 or 30 pages in it.
He'll leaf through it, see what it's about.
What languages do you currently read?
Common, Goblin, Draconic, Orcish, and Jotun.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
As someone who speaks Goblin, you are able to decipher this script.
Mm-hmm.
The hobgoblin, why would he
Banditing
not speak
good
goblin?
today. Banditing not good today. Banditing not good today. Banditing not good today. Banditing good today. You get the gist.
Yeah, yeah.
No, wait. Go on.
A riveting tale.
The bigger question is, are there more good days or not good days?
There are definitely more not good days.
Aw, poor thing.
Business was not booming.
Banditing, not booming.
Yeah.
Best you guys can tell, it's roughly twilight, like it has been since you got here.
Aethrin just writes one more entry into the journal. Banditing not good today.
Fantastic.
Oh
I
no,
love it.
he does add to it, but he says no more banditing. But he's just gonna keep it too.
Fantastic.
How long have we been? I lost the sneeze. How long have we been summoned here? Sorry, there's like a sneeze in my nose. It won't come out, and now it just hurts.
Something in the time here is a little bit wonky, but something in the realm of hours.
That's what I figured. At least it kind of feels that way. Didn't know if I needed to roll anything to check my internal clock of how long.
You can
felt like
definitely
it.
check your internal clock if you'd like. Go ahead and give me, let's call it
Internal clocks check. Yeah, I got that right here.
That's not a thing. Or
Definitely
I should
sounded
say,
like that.
it's definitely a thing. It's just not called that.
It definitely sounded like that should be accompanying an
Sensing-
insulting gesture. Internal clock. Yeah, I got your internal clock,
Clock
check
check right here, motherfucker.
Sensing direction is a survival check. Is a survival action you can do. I imagine have something.
Yeah, I'd be fine with survival on that.
Okay. What?
Survival is that sensing time. How long have I cooked this thing?
I feel like I've been here for definitely over an hour.
Honestly, it feels like about 3 weeks.
1 hour and 3 weeks.
That was the GM poking fun at the fact that we've been here for 3 sessions.
Been a long time. Yeah, Naomi
Wow.
just kind of keeping an eye on the fangs. If while people are exploring, she just kind of. I don't really feel like exploring after my mushrooms. So I'm good here.
I'm not funding much over here unless anybody else wants to peruse.
I'm building magic items.
Yeah, no, you guys
I
seem
settle
to have...
within the amidst the camp and lay down to relax.
Okay.
Yeah, Valdeth is gonna find a spot to rest.
Try to scrounge up some stuff to make.
Titania will
food
come
for us.
over and sit down next to you and kind of pat your hand.
Where is the camp?
Over by where I'm at. I think.
Okay.
Right here.
God.
Okay.
Yum.
He's also gonna sheath the dagger and just have Evoker's Assurance out.
Okay.
Just using it. He's kind of just leaning on it up against this pillar.
Fantastic.
Can I try to get a fire going for us?
Sure, make me a survival check.
Okay.
What are you doing for wood? Does not
Uh,
seem to be any currently extant left behind by the bugbears in the campsite.
Break up that crate if there's nothing else in it.
Okay. Yep,
Use
that'll
that.
get you started. It'll probably burn for maybe an hour or so if you if you can get it lit.
Do we have any water?
Does anybody have any water in their inventory?
There's a river.
or
I
or a
used
water
to.
skin that they brought with them.
I used to.
I believe.
I don't think.
I think so. I think it's
Yeah, if you have an adventurer's pack, you have a water.
yeah.
So Ithram has a water skin.
So yeah,
I
Ithram, yours is about half full.
Okay.
can I retroactively have bought cooking utensils and stuff again? I missed that part
Yeah.
of our character gen for this arc.
If
That's
you
my
if
bad.
you if you had the starting money for it, sure.
I mean, I bought darts and this, so I hope I did. I'm not buying any armor or any weapons other than the darts.
Sorry,
So-
cooking utensils are 700 gold. So
I mean,
And with the
you-
customs markup to the Feywild, it really rounds out to more like 850.
You joke, but like some systems
I'm
are
not-
so bonkers.
I'm I'm joking only in that yes, it's not the case, but also I wouldn't be surprised,
I would
especially
would
when
not
you consider
yeah.
real world cooking
Oh, yeah.
utensil
Yep.
markup.
Yeah.
No,
I
one
would
of
not-
these days
I
I,
would
will
not
run a
bat an eye.
Warhammer fantasy game so Craig can live his best life of being a halfling with a food truck.
Not bad an eye. Okay, so I will actually go first, I think, and start bringing some water back, and then I will
cookware-
start boiling it up.
Cookware costs 1 gold.
Okay, cool.
Your nearest water source
As
is
a bulk of 2, and it requires both your hands.
right here.
No, take all both my hands. All right. So I'll start carrying water back and putting it into a pot, and then break up the crate and start that boiling.
Give me a perception
And-
check.
Okay. I'm in danger. 9.
So you go in, dunk your a water skin in the spring, and the bubbles start to blur as it starts to fill up.
That's what they do.
Yep. And you start to pull it out, and you feel something snake around your lower body
Oh,
and
that-
hold you in one spot. And you look down.
Is it arthritis?
No, actually. It is a massive tree root. These tree roots that sort of ensconce around this little wellspring. One of them has whipped around you exceptionally fast and locked you in place.
Hello. I just came to get some water. Is that all right with you?
And you watch as a little shoot springs out of the root that is wrapped kind of one of your arms against your waist a little bit, while your other hand is just there holding the water spring, and pushes itself up into a twisted bundle of leaves that looks almost a little bit like a mouth. So you's gonna come in to our spring, what has been here since whence the world was young, and just take our water without asking permission first, and then you're going to apologize afterwards and think that that gives you license and rights because, oh, now you're being polite about it.
Well, I'm new, so that's how
Yeah,
we
no
do things.
fucking shit, buddy.
Yeah. You know, it's been kind of a rough day. Do you want to start over?
Look, I'm sure you would love to start over because you are already behind the ball, my friend.
Oh, in all sorts of ways. Aye.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's called in this system.
A good thing Grumman walked up here because a fucking back-talking tree is the last thing Valdeth needs right now.
I would just I out of character
Diplomacy, excuse me. A
And maybe-
diplomacy check.
and maybe a little bit in character. I'm over the moon that hello finally paid off. Nope, no, I got an 8.
You, my friend, are in significant debt to this forest at the moment as it stands. So if you want to cut a deal of some sort here, you're going to have to come up with something to sweeten the pot, as it were. You understand?
What's the terms of the debt? What do we owe to the forest so far?
Well, you've been tramping your big boots all over soil, crushing a lot of little roots and shit, and you ignored Jeff, even though he was very polite to at least one member of your party earlier today.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed him. I like making new friends.
Burn it to the ground.
Well,
Uh,
but have you considered we also killed those folks that were stabbing big spiky javelins into you, and then we left them behind to enrich your soil. So, I think I'm not saying it's 1-for-1, but at least we're making strides in the right direction.
You see, we had an agreement with them bugbears before, and you have nullified that via your actions vis-a-vis violence and, let's just call it, discourteous conduct here in our forest. But if you are willing to take those corpses, you make a good point about fertilization. I will grant that to you at this stage. So if you deposit those in an ecologically beneficial manner, maybe we'll look the other way this time.
Oh, sure. Is that do you want them buried or flayed out and laid out so you can?
Oh, I
I'm
don't
not sure
like the
what's best.
idea of flayed. Flayed has a good ring to it.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just sort of where I'm from, we're closer to the water, not so much to the woodlands. So things tend to get sort of dumped off piers, that sort of thing. So I'm open to ideas, but you tell me what works best for you. We'll take care of those, and then maybe we could come back and work out an arrangement for some of the water.
Give me one more diplomacy check.
Sure. 20.
There you go. I tell you what you do. You take them's corpses and you stash them in that little hollow down there where they had previously placed their spoils of banditry. And then the insects hereabouts, who we work in an operative partnership, a symbiosis, if you will handle the rest of the transaction from there via natural processes.
That sounds plenty fair to me. I'm Gremmin, by the way.
No fires.
No fires. Well, I'm glad we had this chat now and not 15 minutes from now.
All right.
Listen, if I may, I'm Gremmin. What's your name?
I don't have one. I'm one of the great trees of the forest's fragmented consciousness.
Would you like one? Or are you happy with
I've been doing just fine for several millennia without, and otherwise you start giving a sense of persona to a fragment of your own consciousness, and then things get very confusing at that point.
Well, you let me know if you reconsider or you start to get bored. Could be a way to pass the time. Listen, I have a question for you. It's separate and apart from all the rest of this, just purely a matter of curiosity. Do you know what's up with this potato? And I'll pull out the wooden potato.
That's a locust.
A locust tree, or are we talking sort of it's a locust as in the edible kind?
I mean, depending on your species, a locust tree can be edible too.
That's true. Well, the flowers are quite nice as is, just a little fried, that sort of thing. But so
no, that's a wooden potato.
Okay. Is that something you'd like returned as well? Or, I mean, it's been treated. It's probably not the best to go back into the
Honestly,
ground.
I couldn't even tell you where that locust potato came from. So he's not exactly part of the system here. So you are welcome to take the remains of that corpse wherever you wish.
Much appreciated. Listen, give our apologies to Jeff as well. And we'll make
he sends his best to Naomi.
I'll pass that along. All right, well, off to corpsing, if you'll let go of me, that is.
And the root begins to retract and settles back down into the spring.
All right, then. So just leave the bucket here for now. Come back after I get the corpses. All right, if I wash my hands then, and then get some water, that'd be all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. All right, so I will just sort of toddle off in the direction of the corpses.
Everybody else give me a perception check. If you get 15 or above, you heard Grumman talking to somebody over by the spring.
I'll make it in a
Nope.
second. Sorry, I'm
Too
I
busy
think-
chilling.
I think Naomi heard the name Jeff and looked up.
But as Drummond goes to prepare some bugbear corpses,
there are 2 more finished items in the magic items.
Okay, cool.
I put them at the top.
Very cool, very cool. But as Drummond goes off to handle some corpse disposal, that is where we're going to take our break for the evening.
All right. Those of you that are watching, remember when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back. A dinosaur story.
Welcome back to Final Show Films, where we've never averted a single gaze in our life.
Never. Not even once.
Not even once. But you guys seem to be making a campsite. Grummond has started dragging bodies of bugbears into a little hole down a ditch.
Drummond.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I'm used to you asking me things as GM.
Yeah. Right. What are you doing?
Oh, it's just taking these and putting them in a place where they can molder a bit better because the roots and the trees over by the water asked me to. Oh, Naomi, Jeff says hello.
Really? That's so sweet. Naomi pulls out a mushroom. I should say hi back.
Oh, I
should call him.
Apparently, the rest of us were quite rude. But yeah, I went down to get some water. Some of the local, the local locality asserted itself and asked us to just be maybe better neighbors while we were here. So offered to do a little tidying up and come back and we'll get some water. Not keen on fires, so dinner's gonna be, well, not late, probably early, but also cold. That is what it is.
That's okay. You know what? Would y'all? I know a lot of y'all had an issue with my mushroom consumption earlier. So I don't want to make you feel bad, but I do want to say hi to Jeff. If I lay down and take the mushroom and not move, will people be okay with that?
Are you opposed to a leash?
Yes.
That's fair.
Yes, I am.
That's
Yes,
fair.
We're settling
a
down
married
for
man.
a rest. Just try not to go anywhere. Recreational drug use is fine when we're not actively going places.
Yeah. I don't really
Yeah.
plan on leaving.
Yeah, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I don't think I was paying attention. The last time you ate a mushroom. You to bring
That's
me up
where
to
I'm-
speed on that.
Oh, so almost did your accent. So
That's right. There's a black hole, and I'm pulling everybody in with me.
So I got really hungry, and so then I just picked up a couple of mushrooms that I found, and after eating them, that's how I met Jeff. But from everybody else's recollection, they just saw me talking to a non-animating tree.
Well, Jeff is apparently real, so
No, I got that. Yeah, no, I knew that in my heart.
yeah, but maybe what I was going to say is maybe we should find some more of the mushrooms because it sounds like they might make it a little bit easier to actually communicate with the place.
Oh, I have one of them here, and she holds
Ooh,
up
fantastic.
like a purple mushroom.
Doesn't
Grumman
say
just
anything. He's just watching.
Grumman raises his voice and says, "Hey, how do you feel? I know fires were down on. How do we feel about eating mushrooms?"
No response.
Grab it, eat it.
I was gonna call Jeff. How dare you?
Oh, sorry. He pops it back out of his
Oh
mouth.
no, it's gone now.
No, I could produce half of it, a chewed, soggy.
Are we sharing mushrooms?
Yeah, we totally are.
You know what? For Jeff, I'd share half a mushroom. That's fine.
No, that was rude to me. Sorry, it's been a long day.
It's okay.
Thought you had a third one.
This was the
That
third one.
was the third.
Oh,
yeah.
that was the third.
She
Yeah.
ate the first two in one go.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm off to clean up corpses high on mushrooms, I guess. Pathfinder is fun. I mean, Grumman is used to
Okay.
not having this sort of stuff taken effect on him. So
Right.
Yeah, Ithram is. just
Meanwhile,
gonna
what are the
turn to
rest of you
Vespia.
doing?
Yeah, Ithram's gonna turn to Vespia and be like, "I'm going to accompany Grummond."
Oh, watch Naomi.
All right.
While
They know
Grumman
me
goes off to
lays
perform
down.
it, while Grumman goes off to go have a level of viscera cleanup detail,
With Ithram's help.
Valdeth is going to clean her pistol.
Okay.
Vespia sits down next to Nanomi.
Naomi's doing that thing that, you know, people who are taking hallucinogenics do, where they like lay down or taking deep breaths and are just like, yeah, let it happen.
Okay.
Still laying where she is, just vaguely watching things.
Okay.
I'm going to ask a question that I probably know the answer to
Okay.
out of character. Eating bugbears is regarded as cannibalism, even though none of us are bugbears, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just
No judgment.
No
thought I'd
judgment,
ask.
but you know, you are consuming the flesh of another sapient being.
All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I will proceed.
While people are actually are trying to hit wow, so many versions of this gamer. He tried to subsist downtime out. Which is over. Try to provide food. Well, the GM determines DC based on the nature of the place where you're trying to subsist. You might need a minimum for subsist, etc., etc. This is a nature check. Although you might, determine it. Sorry, subsist typically uses society if you're in a settlement, or survival, and if you're in a wild. There.
Yep.
Critical success. You either provide a subsistence living for yourself and one additional creature, or you improve your own food and shelter, granting yourself a living. Success. You find enough food and shelter with basic protection from living. I'm looking for food. I can help people recover and rest.
Foraging and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. DC's 15 here.
19.
19. All right. That is a success.
Yeah. So, Eleanor, I've having been in the Feywild a little bit and having seen what's been happening with the others, he's being very careful to introduce himself to any plant that seems like it might contain food that's edible. And
Okay.
sort of being courteous and respectful, but also being like, eat. And just trying to gather as much as he can
Right.
for people that need it.
Absolutely. And are you trained in survival at all?
No, he's not trained.
No. Okay. Gotcha. You are able to find effectively a few handfuls of berries and a couple of, you would guess, probably edible roots that will need probably some peeling.
Question. Because I am a half elf and Feywild, would I potentially also be able to use like a society roll to get some tips or pointers from the local vegetation?
Unfortunately, not from the local vegetation. No,
Okay.
You would need to at least be in a town or settlement of something.
I'm also
some
trained.
sort.
I'm also trained in nature.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, you are able to find effectively a daily subsistence level of food that would that would supply one person. Shelter is, of course, already provided via murder.
So, but I'll come back with some amount of offer. Who Sable probably eats the most, but also is the scariest. So
Thank you.
We'll offer. Valdeth has had a rough time, so we'll offer the food to Valdeth. Valdeth needs some nourishment.
Ilnor. Sure, thanks.
My feet underneath scrounging and finding and being respectful to the forest.
Valdeth, none of these are recognizable, but it's apparently food.
How certain are you, sir? How certain are you these are safe?
With a 19, Railnor, you were able to do there are tests when you're foraging for wild food to basically be like, eat a tiny bit. Does it sting your mouth? Do you start vomiting? Yeah.
Tested. I'm not a particularly skilled woodsman, but I do have a vast knowledge remaining of natural substances and ability to equivocate between the Feywild and.
Fair enough. And so just take a handful.
Yep.
Start chewing on it while she's cleaning out the pistol.
It's a little bland, but it's got some roughage to it.
It's food.
It's food. Meanwhile, Drummond and Naomi. For about a solid 10 minutes, nothing happens.
Cool.
And then, Naomi, you fall through the ground and pop out the other side, which looks very similar to the side that you fell from, except everything's got kind of a weird yellowish fringe tint of light on it.
Yeah.
And Vespia is still sitting next to you.
Oh, good. You got to come with me.
And she's
just pats her.
yeah. Vespia is missing her face. But you're aware that occasionally
How is Ithram going to kiss you then?
Vespia has been known in your memory, though, to take her face off just for safekeeping temporarily. Because you have a routine to keep your complexion that good.
Absolutely.
Drummond, you have crawled into the you've been dragging the
good.
the bugbear corpses, and you crawl in to the burrow, and you lay them 1, 2, 3, and then the burrow expands around you, and you suddenly realize the door is like 300 yards that way. You can just barely make it out. Tiny little spark of light. It's gonna be a little bit of a walk to get back.
I found my tuber.
Ithram, Drummond is up to his shoulders, and he's sort of doing a swimming motion in the dirt right now, and he says he's found his tuber.
Right. Then,
So I'm not going to say that this description is giving me flashbacks.
Do we already
It's
have
not
the corpses here, or?
Oh yeah, no, he dragged the corpses in there, and now he's just face down in the dirt. You can see his boots basically just barely sticking out the hole, and then you kind of bend down a little bit, and you hear him say he's found his tuber, and he's kind of just doing a breaststroke in the dirt.
All right, so long as he doesn't start like choking on anything,
Yeah,
I guess I'm just gonna let him enjoy himself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Make sure to roll him over on his side in case if he passes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Just gonna listen to
Honestly,
organ
it looks
chewing.
like somebody in a very weird position doing their old man calisthenics for the day. You know, just a very, very light aerobics kind of thing.
All right then.
Naomi,
Yeah.
you look around for Jeff since he was who you came to visit. You don't see him around.
Aw.
But you do see a creeping patch of ivy that's growing up one of these stone pillars near the campsite where you're laying down.
Mhm.
That kind of turns to regard you. It doesn't have any eyes, so you can't exactly say it's looking at you. But it's noticed you in whatever sense that it has.
Yeah. No. We'll be like, oh hi, how's it going? You come here often?
Oh my god,
Oh, no.
you're new. Aren't you the cutest little thing?
Oh, thanks. Do you?
Are you one of Irving's friends?
No, I know Jeff.
Oh, Jeff, he's such a delight.
Isn't he?
We love Jeff around here, don't we? And then you hear a couple little other words. Oh, yeah, no, Jeff's great.
Yeah, I met him earlier. And
He was at my nephew's bar mitzvah, you know.
Oh, fucking God.
You have never heard this phrase before in your life.
Oh no.
no idea.
Well, Naomi hasn't. Most
No,
of the
I-
rest of the party has heard something very similar.
It's about to say the rest of us would do a bar mitzvah.
Yeah. Well, that's just so lovely. Question for you. We just dispatched these bugbears. They're called bugbears.
Yes, they are. There have been a number of them around these parts over the years.
So and I know that one of our companions did a little oopsie daisy with another root. I think.
Oh, stop it. He didn't even.
He didn't eat the root. At least I don't think he ate the root. But it sounded like he.
Look, it takes all types, and we don't kink shame around here.
That's good to know. That's good. Information for later. I mostly came by to either talk to Jeff, and since I've got you here, it's lovely to meet you. What's your name?
Oh, you can call me Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. I'm Naomi.
It's
I've met
so
this
nice to
person
meet
before.
Me and my
Love how
companion.
Dakota's just left at this point.
So we don't need to hear these Jersey grandmothers talking to one another. So I was wondering, so we were tasked by this spider down at the river to get his legs and his fangs back. Do you know the lawyer spider at the river?
I heard rumors about that. And those bugbears were very intent on what they had taken. It seemed I did overhear a couple of their conversations around the campsite.
Well, now that we've dispatched the bugbears, we gotta go and see about some pixies.
Oh, they are tricky little fellas, let me tell you. You do not want to be caught with your pants down around them.
So we should probably wear a belt, is what I'm hearing.
Well, that's certainly a good idea if you're going to go wandering around on the trails.
Well, you seem to have such a wealth of knowledge. What would you recommend?
I'd recommend ignoring them if at all possible. They are very, very disruptive people.
Oh, we can't ignore them. Unfortunately, we've got a job to do.
Well, why don't you just sit here in the sun and soak up some rays and some water like the rest of us? And there's plenty of trace minerals in the soil hereabouts. I'm sure you'd be fine.
You know what? That does sound real nice. I got hit by one of those bugbears, and I think I will just, enjoy a little bit of
sweetheart, let me tell you, just lay down and photosynthesize for like a good 8 months. It'll do wonders for you.
Naomi will turn to Vespia. I'm pretty sure Vespia's heard this entire conversation. And she's just like,
Nanomi's side of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She turns to you and she's like, Vespia, I think I'm gonna photosynthesize for about 8 months. Just get my, get my health back up.
Meanwhile, Grummond.
You do that.
Yeah, you're in a big cave.
Do I see Ithram?
No, you do not.
Okay.
But Ithram is, you last saw Ithram outside the cave, which is, you would say, probably, 300 yards or so away. So it doesn't weird you out that you can't see Ithram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just swimming towards the exit.
Okay. You do start to hear a faint grumbling sound.
Oh, is it my tummy?
Fucking bullshit, stupid piece of shit. Everything's around here somewhere. You're gonna find her.
Sounds like my tummy. No, he
It's
goes.
Yosemite Sam, isn't it?
More old man shit.
Hello. Have you just dropped in?
Hey, who's that? Who's there? Who's talking to me?
It's me, Grummond.
Yeah,
Have you just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in?
Hey, you got a condition? Man, a lot of us around here had a condition. Conditions all up and down these crevices and crevices.
I gotta say, you sound like I feel. Oof. This place disagree with you too.
Well, I mean, it's a little dry, little not nearly as many substances around here that I can take advantage of. It's hard being a shelf fungus in a place like this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, it's Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice.
It really is. That's the voice.
Thank you. I was trying to place it.
I was ready for it to be a little beetle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's quite a roomy place you've got here.
And there's a little bit of space you can stretch out if you need to, but growth's kind of a slow process for being such as us. So I guess you know how it can go sometimes. And then you got them bugbears coming in, chopping up the bits of you, using it for tinder and starting fires and all that sort of bullshit. So I'm not nearly in good shape as I used to be.
No, I heard you lot are not fans of fire. Are you the roots around here then?
I know most of the people around here. I know. You got roots, you got capillary action, you got plenty of soil moisture and trace minerals and that sort of thing. So
Now I'm less certain of whether it's Beetlejuice or whether it's a character from King of the Hill.
I think it's
Definitely
Michael
Beetlejuice.
Keaton
Definitely
doing
Beetlejuice.
Boomhauer.
Could also be the
this
case.
is Shroomhauer?
Shroomhauer.
Well, no, because it wasn't quite him. So I was like, some other character from King of the Hill who's not. It's in the style of as opposed.
Okay,
to
but Shroomhauer was extremely fucking
It was
funny.
very funny.
It was good.
So let's not skip past that one.
We're not.
Give Dakota her due. Absolutely.
Okay, so it looks like it's going to take me a while to find my way back to the door. Anything I can do for you while I'm here?
And not really much that I can call for, other than maybe if you can figure out some way to magic up a little extra water around these parts. They tend to keep a whole lot of it up there, and it tastes good. 8-12 months trickle down these parts a little bit.
Ooh,
Rainfall hasn't been fantastic over the last few seasons.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's part of why I'm down here. I was bringing these corpses down here so we could get some water. But I tell you what, if you've got anything,
yeah, you got some corpses down here. Hey, point out them there corpses you got.
Oh, they're about
and you turn
200 feet back. Oh God.
No, you turn, and the bugbear corpses have grown. Apparently, with this cavern, they are, you'd say, maybe 150 feet tall, viscera splayed open in this cavernous space. And yeah, no, it looks like a horror show. It looks like a beached whale that exploded.
That happened once.
And there's 3 of them.
Wasn't that in like Washington?
No, yeah, I mean, yes, it's definitely happened in real life, but I was thinking that for Grummond, that's happened in Swiggle.
Oh.
Um, but yeah, so he looks back and says, "Oh, yeah, those will keep you busy for a while." And then he looks and goes, "Oh, I just wish they'd kept some sort of booze on them. That's the dream, isn't it? Just roll up, take off your boots, call your mama, and dive on in."
Yeah, what's the mother?
Oh, you know, what you come from. For you, it's probably, I don't know, where are you, a fungus?
No, Grumman, he's
Hey,
a
that's what
fun
I said.
guy.
I didn't hear it, Jack. I didn't hear what she said.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Right. So, then it's sort of, you know, the one that your spores came from. You know.
Oh yeah, no, we got a slightly different sort of reproductive system around here. I'm technically a clone of a previous species of fungus that just kind of blew in out of God knows where. So
Well, that's nice.
technically,
How's
I'm
that
my
been
own
working for you?
ancestor.
Oh,
Well, from what I understand, it's going to be a real bitch if there's any sort of parasite or pathogen that would come in, exploit our genetic structure. But that might be a little over your head. Most things are over your head right now. You're swimming in dirt.
Oh, most things, absolutely. So you're sort of a self-made man then?
That's definitely one way you could put it, I suppose. Yeah, that's for sure. Well, oh, hey, your drug trip's wearing off any minute now, so it's going to be a little bit weird for you. Bye.
Oh,
And suddenly, whoosh, all the space around you contracts, and you suddenly are realizing that your elbows are bumping the sides of the burrow. And over the past 15 minutes or so, Ithram, you've seen Grummond just inch by inch, very excruciatingly slowly pushing himself backwards out of the burrow. So you can see mostly up to his waist at this point.
Is it readily apparent that he's becoming more cognizant of his current situation and surroundings?
I mean, it kind of hard to tell unless he starts. That's going to be up to Grummond to communicate, most likely.
I mean, if he's coming to himself, he's going to stop swimming and sort of pull himself into a sitting position.
Okay, yeah. As soon as he notices that the swimming has stopped, he's just going to say, "How was your swim?"
Confusing, honestly. How long have you been here, Ithram?
The whole time. But just wanted to make sure that you are all right. Do you want help up?
You know, after today, that sounds right nice. Thank.
Yeah, he'll offer his arm out to help lift you.
Grumman will take it and almost certainly overselling it.
And then
get back to his feet.
And then as you're getting
shocking
up,
grasp.
No, that's a first level spell. That would fuck you up. No, he is gonna reach out. He is gonna reach out and just kind of wave a hand and cast Prestidigitation to clean you off.
We broke him. Yeah. Or we broke her.
It's a good spell, isn't it? It's a really good spell.
It's the only time he's going to use it.
That's quite nice. Well, that's handy. What a great thing to have in your back pocket and use on a regular basis. Thank you, Ithram.
I figured it's been a while, and honestly, don't tell anybody to have it.
Did you hear the fungus talking, by the way? Because it seems rather strange, because some of it I heard because I'm fairly sure I was tripping balls on that mushroom that Nanomi gave me. But the first time I heard the plant speak, I'm fairly certain I was dead sober.
I didn't hear anything. I heard you kind of mumbling into the ground. Towards the back of the cave, but I couldn't make out the specifics. So long as I didn't hear any sharp intakes or like sudden choking noises, I figured you were okay. Did you learn anything?
Well, apparently there can be a problem with some sort of parasite if you're your own grandpa. Or it lost me a little bit in the weeds of the discussion, to be honest. Or maybe it was in the discussion with the weeds. I'm not 100% sure.
Naomi, your sanity has reasserted itself by this point as well.
I couldn't talk to Jeff. I'm a little sad. Maybe he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Did I scare him off? I always scare off the nice plants.
I think it's just because Jeff was back there.
That's likely.
Always.
What?
Always scare off the nice plants implies it's more than one.
Don't question it.
Well, yeah. Sometimes I'm able to talk to plants. I can't do it now because I don't know what weird fucking magic happened when I came into the Feywild, but you know, one point or another I had the ability to speak to plant life.
That's not unheard of. It's just interesting that it's an event that has happened enough times.
Look, you get lonely. A daisy pays you a compliment.
Next thing you know, you're getting married.
But then they pull out the daisy chain and
If
suddenly
I had a nickel for every time I scared off the nice plants, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened more than once. Sorry, Phineas and Ferb's joke. Phineas and Ferb
Yep.
jokes.
No, that's
I
great.
apologize.
Do not apologize.
It originates with Phineas and Ferb, but it's
Thank
all
you.
over the
Thank you,
internet at this
Craig.
point.
That is just a general reference at this point.
But I did learn something from Rachel, who's a bit of Ivy that lives over there. She Nomi pointed like some climbing vines.
You can see the ivy, actually. Yeah, it's there.
Yeah. The pixies, they've heard about them, and they apparently aren't very nice. Definitely very tricksty. I'm going to assume that probably means that, you know, we go and visit them. It's going to be more of a less of a combat like this was, and more of a like prank war, perhaps. They might try to kill us, but in like glitter.
In a fun way.
You're gonna die, but you're gonna be happy about it.
Unfortunate to them that I respond to most attacks the same way, whether they're lethal or not.
Oh, that's fine. I honestly don't know, because then I started thinking about photosynthesize, and I tried to grow roots. You know, he looks at her hands. No roots. I ain't ready to settle down.
None.
Unless Jeff asked me to.
No commitment to Jeff is.
He was the first person that I met here. Oh no, we lost Dakota. Dakota's like, I can't do this plant flirting. Nick, I'm cool with some of the things Nikki says, but this has gone too far.
Literally every time you talk to a plant or about a plant, Dakota just nopes out. She's like, nope, I'm gone.
Oh my god. And then she's back.
But is there anything else that people have planned before resting for the period of time that is not exactly evening?
You make it sound like we had that planned.
You're right.
Oh no, I definitely had that planned. I knew I was going to pull out that mushroom and try and talk to Jeff again.
No,
Drummond just came along for the ride.
Before we returned, before Drummond and Ithram returned back to the group, Ithram will just be like, It's the spell that I taught Scuzz, so it's a nice little remembrance. You're muted. Or you're not. I can't hear you.
How about now?
That's better.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's nice. You know, I miss him. I'm sure you do too. I know you and Scuzz were pretty good friends. You certainly knew him longer than I did.
He was very adventurous and will be deeply missed. But yes, I figured he gave me the dagger, and I would carry on this as well.
Well, that's very kind of you.
Don't let Veldet know that I have it.
No. I won't. Unless I forget, and I might mention it, but I'll try not to.
I will deny it.
That's fair. That sounds about.
I won't.
No, that sounds about like what I deserve. So how's married life working out?
So far, so good.
Yeah. First 100 years are like a dream, you know, and not that it's bad after that, but it just gets more complicated over time. But enjoy it while it's simple. That's what I say.
Do you know how long hobgoblins live?
Haven't a clue.
What is it like? 500, 700, 800, 1,000,
Yeah,
2,000? Stop me when I get.
how long could a mortal live? What's the shortest?
It's a banana,
Mortal,
Steve. What could it
Michael. How
cost?
long can it
$10?
live? $10, right? Yeah, exactly.
Well, unless they are quite trained in the arcane arts, lucky to reach a century. So,
Well, relative lifespans aside, I'll tell you one thing. You always want to make sure you settle down with someone who makes it feel like never enough time as opposed to too much. So I think you're well on the way.
I do as well.
I wish you both the best of luck. And thank you for what you said about my boy. When do you think the two of you are going to start having wee ones, by the way?
Sorry, I missed that. I read a message.
Grumman said, like, smoothly transitioning to, so when do you think the two of you are going to start having wee ones, by the way?
Goes right.
The curious
and then starts
parent
walking
/
back to the
grandparent.
camp.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think you heard me. I was wondering.
No, I heard.
I was gonna say, Vespia, make a perception check.
Where are they?
Not that far away.
No, and Grumman is right
13.
now going, oh, Vespia, Ithram and I were just talking about when the two of you are going to start having children.
Great, amazing.
I'm right next to Vespia, so I'm wrong.
There you go.
With a straight face, she will walk up to Grumman and just lean in his ear and say, "Don't tell anyone."
Hang on.
Dakota needs to make a roll for Ithram.
That tracks.
Yeah, no, that tracks. Vespia walks past. He's just gonna ignore that for a little while and then turn around. Probably after Drummond has composed himself after the initial shot.
So tomorrow?
Yeah.
I mean,
or he stubbed his toe. I don't know.
Grumman just goes,
Right.
well, I got to go get some water. Goodbye. And just goes
I
up and
mean-
starts walking back towards the water.
I
Yeah.
feel like that sequence of events occurred from outside. I think it's fairly obvious what might have been said.
Yeah.
Is there an
but
insight?
I mean,
roll?
Vespia's not
yeah,
trying
no.
to
Sable
hide it.
on a 20
Right.
on a 21. It's just It's based off perception. They
Yeah.
know me.
Oh, perception. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm also gonna insight.
I have a
Insight.
feeling that Vespia whispered that and then got back up and turned back around before Ithram caught it. So he's just freaking out over something else.
Who, Ithram?
No.
Oh,
Grumman.
Grumman. Okay.
Drummond.
I don't think Naomi.
Amazing.
I think Naomi with the 15 is going to infer that they've had the talk, and it's a positive thing, but not there's a potential of it because that even hasn't even been confirmed yet. So Naomi's just like, oh yeah, they're gonna have some babies in the future, not now.
As Naomi puts on her best scuzz face.
It's definitely the SpongeBob. You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward? Ithram, by the way, tell Naomi she doesn't need to take her face off. She looks beautiful.
You
as
mean
is.
Oh,
Vespia?
Vespia, you mean?
Sorry, the mushroom is still kind of there. The name got swoopy deep in my head.
I was going to say that I was just going to reply right back that you don't need to take your face off. But okay.
Apparently, I took my face off, according to Naomi.
You've been performing many incredible feats in the Feywild, it seems. I caught a few.
I gained new abilities.
Her complexion is already perfect. She doesn't need to take it off and save it, so that she doesn't get dust on in her pores or anything.
I feel like you've all
She's
taken
glowing.
a lot more physical bludgeoning trauma than I recognized during the battle. Probably right.
You're wrong, but yes, we should rest. Sable, for the record, just gives Vespia when she walks back a raised eyebrow and leaves it there.
Vespia will just wink at her.
The eyebrow just leaves as you it's like detaches as you walk past it.
I mean,
God,
it is Sable. It's not outside the realm of possibility that Sable pulled it out of a bag and handed it over.
Just handed a raised eyebrow to
Just
her.
raises it up. No.
Here's an eyebrow. I'm
This
holding
is
it
for
up. Yeah.
you.
Externalizing your facial expressions.
Like sometimes you got to sublet a thing. But yes, rest is available. And Grumman, you're able to make a level of cold food. And the light doesn't change, but the sounds shift. The animal noises in the distance get a little lower in pitch and a little louder and more frequent. You hear the howl of some sort of distant predator. And a breeze carrying an aroma of swamp water and honeysuckle flows through your little campsite. You see a number of blooming flowers begin to fold up their blossoms, and the heads begin to droop over. Even some of the trees almost seem to pull their branches around themselves a little tighter and lean. Some near that are growing up the sides of cliffs just against the rock. Some of them in multiples, sort of together, where the trunks begin to brace in towards a common point. And the environment seems to be going to sleep. Is anybody staying up to do a watch, or are people just going to rest for the next period?
Oh yes, there is a
Okay.
watch.
Ithram?
Yeah.
Watches are set.
Okay.
You need
Okay.
to know what.
Everybody roll perception checks then.
All right. Yeah, Grumman will take a watch.
Nothing escapes my gaze. 13.
Nothing escapes me, the gaze.
Yeah.
19.
19. 18 for Vespia, 17 for Valdeth, 11 for Nanomi, 14 for Raelnor. Right. With those rolls, and 16 for Grumman. With those rolls, nothing disturbs your campsite for the evening. And you get the feeling that this place was previously claimed by the Bugbears, and it may take a little bit of time before anything else that lives near here will try and fill the vacuum that they have left. And towards the end of your rest period, you start to see the trees move suddenly. Those that had pulled themselves in kind of suddenly spring back open with a little shake. Some leaves fall down. The flowers are a little slower to return to bloom. And the twilight brightens ever so slightly with just the hint of kind of a concept of a sunrise. And that brightened light lasts maybe 30 minutes before resuming its normal twilight illumination level. But you've all had your long rest. So those of you that were out of, or that were missing any hit points, let me look in and make sure I remember how this works.
Gain your Constitution modifier multiplied by your level worth of hit points.
So by 1.
Which is 1.
So
Yep,
just our
so-
con mod then.
At the moment.
Yeah, so you may,
Oh, good.
those of you who are missing hit points, can add your con mod in hit points back.
I've gained one
to your
hit
total.
point.
3.
3. That's
Minimum-
exactly
which
the
is the,
damage I took from
11.
falling.
3.
Minimum of 1, by the way, if anyone has
Minimum 1.
I was about to ask.
Yeah.
minimum 1.
For those of us who went for those who went down and took points in dying or wounded, do those get healed during a long rest? Or or reverted back?
Wounds go
Let
away
me
when you
check.
have when you rest for 10 minutes after being fully restored on hit points, or when someone uses the treat wound medicine act.
Oh, can
However,
we
because you
retroactively-
stabilized with your hero points, you did not actually take the wounded status when you got back up.
I didn't take a wounded status, but I do have the dying
Oh,
one.
so when you get back up, you're no longer dying.
Okay, great. Cool.
Once you stabilize,
You're no longer dying. Yeah, yeah, that's gone.
Sweet.
All right.
Cool.
But what passes for dawn has arrived. Where are you guys headed?
You
Or
also
what's going on?
regain all your spell slots if you're a spellcaster. With them, you use this way. You do your daily preparations. Prepared spell, however many number of spells you have, or you want to today.
And this is when you reinvest your items if you have any invested.
Exactly. So everyone that has a link pro will at least spend one of your investment points on your link.
Ithram
If
is
you've-
going to
If you want
cast mage armor on himself.
I mean, assuming we've already invested, we don't have to change anything.
right. Yeah. It
No, it's
it-
just.
it is a thing that
yeah, mhm.
happens. You don't have to worry about it. Like as far as updating your character sheet is, it is a thing that happens mechanically though, because if, for instance, anybody were to have more than 10 items that you would want to invest in, this would be where you would swap those around. Because when you spend your investment points throughout the day, you don't back when you uninvest from an item.
Is that the point where it makes sense to switch to a
Right.
mutual fund?
Not necessarily.
That doesn't matter right now because we don't have enough
But
items
you
for
know,
that,
no,
but-
it's considered part of a process, because if you have 5 magic items that require investment, you have to keep track of the fact that I have spent half of my investment points for today. So if you find more things throughout the day that you want to invest, you know what budget you have to add more things in or swap things out.
I legitimately thought I had gone through this rule book fairly thoroughly. This is the first I'm hearing about this. My apologies.
Right? Yeah, no, I am constantly finding brand new shit where I'm like, okay, apparently this is significant. But the weather seems to be pretty fair. Not too many clouds in the sky. The breeze has died down. And as the Sean Connery impersonator on Saturday Night Live would say, the day is yours. Okay.
Yeah, Ithram is probably up first doing his normal morning routine, and then waiting to I think we have to go back up river, correct?
We
No,
have to go the opposite direction
downstream.
now. Yeah, we have to go the opposite direction we just went in.
To go
from
deal
the-
with the
From
pixies.
the site to go deal with the pixies,
I
yes.
wish. Believe your.
So go turn in a hand over the fangs. Are they still affixed to halves or handles or what have you?
Yes, they are.
A spider friend can't remove them. Remove the hand.
Has no limbs currently.
Yes, but this is why. Underestimate
I-
if they have no limb. The handles were always there. And they happened to be.
The handles were the friends we made along the way.
If we're waiting until everyone is fully healed, we're going to be resting for at least 3 more days.
Yeah.
Because I am at 11 of 24 and heal at a rate of 4 per day.
7
Yeah.
of 21, and I heal 3 per day.
That's why I said at least.
I heal 1 per day. Why I drink another. Though,
It didn't get a scratch on me.
if spellcasters that have
High five.
if spellcasters that have the ability to cure use spells, then we were faster. Single day.
Absolutely. If we weren't, this is difficult to describe, because assuming that we would just find a safe place and be reasonably safe, sure that it would be safe, sure. Otherwise,
Oh.
no, Sable's not spending her spells to
No.
heal at the start of every morning, because we're going to get attacked and die.
That was not a
Yeah.
tactical decision. That was just me spending the.
No,
Very, yeah.
absolutely.
We could return to the spider and camp for a few more days. They seem to be there for some time, relatively unscathed post.
Could. As we're wandering, we could keep an eye out or keep our senses. Another magical artifact lying around. I'd find
Might as
something
well.
that helps us with recovery or with sleeping.
I don't mind going out looking around while the rest of you rest a bit. I'm feeling fine.
I'm a bit weaker than the
Do we
rest
want
of
to
you.
stay here one more day and search the area?
Some of you are feeling particularly poorly. I don't think that's a bad idea at all.
We have secured the area. Scrounge around for resources just another day.
Well, and
And if
it's all tossed down his
Okay.
back. There is food for some time in there.
if we spend a whole day resting and doing light downtime activities, at the end of that day, you recover your Constitution modifier multiplied by twice your level.
Which is
2 for me.
Oh, good. That cuts it down to only 2+ days
But that
of
makes
solid not moving.
6 for
Well,
Sable
but-
and 8 for Valdeth, you know.
Could you use your spell slots at the end of the day, assuming we don't need them during the day?
Could I? Yes.
Fair.
Is Sable willing to spend spells and not get attacked in her sleep? No.
Fair.
Like, this place has tried to kill her like 17,000 times since
Oh,
they
yeah.
got here.
It knows you want to light
And
it
she
on
hates
fire.
it.
Is it a question was asked earlier? Is anyone trained in medicine?
That's a good
Mm,
question.
I don't
Maybe.
think so.
Yes.
If you are trained in medicine,
No.
not
And have a healer's kit.
do you need the healer's kit for the treat wounds feature?
Yeah. You have to have
Yeah.
healer's tools, it says.
Have a heal.
Nope.
Jack, could I scrounge up the craft?
Go
Because
ahead.
crafting an item is a downtime activity.
Mhm,
Crafting
mhm, mhm.
potions or crafting healing.
Yep.
As long as you can
Let me take a quick look just to be on the safe side.
find the correct monetary value of resources.
Anybody who's since you're taking a downtime day, you can do downtime activities without it inhibiting your healing. So anybody who's scrounging for resources will give me a survival check. Let's
May
see
I
what-
may I humbly make the suggestion? It is 10 o'clock / 7 o'clock now.
Oh, yes, it
M-
is.
Maybe since this involves us looking through rule books and so on,
Right,
not
we will pick up
necessarily the
with
best
that.
content.
We will pick up with that next week then.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.